Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another episode of Daily Driven Datsuns, and today we're gonna be doing a little bit. What the hell is that? We're gonna be doing a little bit of maintenance and going over a little situation that I'm having, which I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of. And some of you guys that have dealt with the L28E or ET before are probably very familiar with this problem. So leave your comments down below of what you think for yourself that it might be the problem that's going on. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get on ranching. Alright guys, so the issue I've been having is I'll drive the car. Let's say I'll change the spark plugs now. I'll drive the car. Maybe, I mean, I could like leave now and just run it all day, and then I'll leave it parked. Won't use it for 5 days, 4 days, 6 days, 2 weeks, whatever. And when I go to run the car again, it runs completely like dog shit. And I was having that issue and I was going nuts. So I started messing with the spark plugs, and then I noticed that every time I park it and it sits over time, it like creates a nasty blob, carbon black with everything situation on the spark plugs, fouling them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna remove a spark plug so that I can show you how it is that it actually come on baby, get out of there, hang on, damn socket. Alright, so you see what I'm talking about. If any of you guys know, because my deal is that I believe that valve seals are trashed already. I did have smoking problems when I first got the car many years ago, and then I went ahead and I put Rizolone in it, and I always use 2050 VR1 high sync, and the smoking went away. So I don't really have smoking, but what in reality what I'm having is this. See this motherfucker right here? This is what happens over time. Now, here's the deal. This could be leaky valve seals. Like when the car sits, maybe all that other excess oil and bullshit goes into or onto the spark plug. Or I was also looking that if you have injector issues, clogging or not working correctly, etc., 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 the car doesn't go, doesn't combust, exactly how it's supposed to. Remember, guys, I'm not a super ASE certified mechanic with fucking terms and terminations and terms or whatever. But, anyways, back to what I was talking about. It doesn't burn the fuel correctly, therefore creating carbon. If not, look up on Google and just search what can make this happen. And the actual search says that yes, injectors can create carbon, obviously. So this is the issue I'm having. One of the things I did, I went and got a fuel stabilizer and injector cleaner / whatever. Put that in the tank, letting it sit there and marinate. I'm gonna clean all the plugs and go for a drive. Then later on, I might do a second process after I fill up again, or at least go through half a tank. Go from there. I'm also considering going ahead and getting a bunch of injectors that I have laying around and taking them to someone that could actually flow check them and clean them, and from all of them give me the best injectors they got and go ahead and swap these out. These are mostly, except for one, original all injectors since I bought this car a little over 4 years ago, and whoever had it before, God knows how long they've been on there. So maybe new injectors is time to be put on. I think that will be the first is most deep down thing that I'll do before having to take off that head, because the car runs perfect. But anyways, all right, let me go ahead and change all these plugs, and then I'll do a cold start and I'll get back on the video. Alright, so a little something here that I've been trying is I went ahead and I wire brushed them. See how much cleaner it is now? Wire brushed it, used a very light sandpaper in between the connections to get rid of the carbon, and I put carburetor choke cleaner. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and gap 2 a 43, 0.043 on the little gap opener. So, because I've been reading on a lot of forums, a lot of people like running up to 44, 43, or 42. I've been running 40. So I'm going to increase the gap size C, because these cars are kind of old and not as, as crazy or whatever as the newer cars, more efficient. So I think a little more gap size will actually give me a better electric current or whatever. So let's see what happens. All right, let's see what happens. So 3 down, 3 more to go, and then we'll do a cold start. Alright guys, so just to go over a little bit of what's going on here. Let me fix these actually a little bit here. Are we good now? Alright, much better. So, here's the spark plug. Do a little quick wire brush. You know, this is just a little quick on the go garage weekend minus the beer little setup. So just a little sandpaper. I know it's not the best because it eats a little bit of the metal, but at least it takes the carbon off. I'm trying to diagnose the problem here before I go ahead and buy spark plugs again. So a little sand right between. I always say that maintenance is key, especially on these old Datsuns, because maintenance is what's going to continue your car to run, keep on running. But like I always say, you have to become one with the car. You have to like create a relationship with the car where, you know, throughout the years you understand it even more every time. You know, it's little hiccups and freaking nightmares that sometimes it gives you, but once you figure out what it is, you already know where to tackle to the next time. You know where to go directly the next time you have some kind of an issue, and that's when you create a bond with the vehicle. All right, back to what I was going. So taking the gap over to 43, so that's 0.04 and then 3. Voila. Okay, good. So with that done, a little more spray, see if there's any carbon left. There's a little bit left right there. Little quick chaka 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 chaka. Shubu. Little wah. Maybe another little brush. A little spray. Alright. Right. Woo! Baby, she's looking good. Fresh. Look at that. Beautiful. Anyways. Recheck the gap one more time. Make sure everything's 100%. We'll go here. 0.043. And I believe this is going to go ahead and increase our spark length, giving us a better fuel burn instead of being so closed and actually having an issue igniting the fuel inside the chamber. So let's see what happens. Go ahead and install this one. Alright, wire back on. Now we have all spark plugs have been cleaned, gapped, and reinstalled. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get the battery from the 610. I got to get a new battery because since I bought that car, The guy who sold me the car kept the battery. Was my homeboy. Freaking bastard. Yeah, Rizzle, you. But anyways, take the battery out of that motherfucker and put it in my car and do a cold start. A real cold start. I'm going to put it on video so you guys see how it reacts without all the emission control stuff that's on the car from factory. As you can see here, there ain't nothing on here. Here we have catch can. So it's got the hose from the valve cover and one from the crankcase. It's got both hoses on there. Everything's been eliminated. And believe it or not, it's still an AC car. And the AC is super cold. Don't mind these racing seats. These are going in the 610. That's for later on video. So, back over here. Got the headers. N42 intake. Ported. Port matched to the bigger throttle body. S13 spacer. I hate that box, but whatever. It works. So you know something I did not so long ago, and the car reacts better. Before I used to have the intake pipe going longer towards like a little past the center there, in the center. It looked pretty cool with that whole pipe, but a buddy of mine, and it made sense. Aldo from All About Cars in Lehigh, he saw me one day. He said, "Yo, Javi, why are you running such a big intake? That's more fucking, space that you got to go through to get into the intake instead of making a shorter ram." He said put it right up here, but I wanted some kind of a pipe, but that's not a bad system right there. Shorter ram, and so yeah, it works better. Believe it or not, that's fucking awesome. Thank you, Aldo. I might even do, what I'm thinking of doing, guys, is getting because I get a lot of these street signs and shit, old and used. I'll flip it around, paint it black, and actually make like a, like a tunnel, so that the air, when it comes in through the bottom bumper inlet, the mouth there, instead of just going everywhere and onto the radiator, it actually stays within this whole area here. Boom. Project number 2 coming soon. Yeah. Alright, so switch the battery and let's go ahead and give it a cold start. Alright. Boom. This damn rain doesn't stop raining. It's crazy. It rains and rains and rains. Instead of being cold, it's supposed to be the winter. But then it rains and it gets cold. So let's go ahead and get the battery out of the 610 KA24 slot. By the way, this thing is coming along so good. That engine freaking roars. Did a new exhaust on it. I'll do an update on it later on. Different video, but I'll give you a little tease. Look at that. Oh, so JDM. When I put that bumper, it's gonna look sick. Alright, let's get this stupid battery out of here and put back into the 280. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm getting tired and old of this shit. Anybody want to donate a battery? Let me know. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this battery in there. I'm going to have to put down the phone for this one. Alright, guys. So, let's go ahead and do a cold start. Yeah. So basically this is how a cold start is without all the emission control stuff. No extra injector, none of the recirculating throttle body, intake manifold, none of that stuff, no EGR, nothing. So it hesitates a little bit in the morning, which is the little canned out kind of a fuel tone that you see with the RPMs falling and lowering. That's because the fuel mixture is a little bit crazy right now. Once the temperature rises up exactly to a understandable point for the computer to say, okay, you're good now, extra injector is not supposed to be running anymore, the engine runs amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and check my fuel pressure on the fuel pressure regulator, thinking that maybe I've been running a little too much fuel, so I'm going to make sure to see what I got. So like I thought, I'm a little bit over, I'm about 41 PSI right now, about 41 pounds. I think I'm going to lower that to about 39-ish, 38-ish. Did I say that it's about, I'm not confused, about 36 is the right number, so maybe 38-ish or something like that. Let's see what happens. Way bigger one. I'm about 3940 psi for the fuel pressure regulator. She's running like shit. So I think I'm gonna go ahead, check the distributor cap, distributor rotor. Maybe it's time to change that out. And go from there. Take it for a drive. Maybe I'll have to re-gap and lower the gap again. I don't know. We'll see. It's trial and error, man. That's the way it is. So let's stay tuned in and see what happens. What's up, brother? Alright, so I finally came over here to my brother's house, to the Datsun garage. So we call it, right? The Z garage. And this is gonna sound weird, but the car ran like shit on the way here, and then half of the way here, everything went away, and it's running perfect now. So what do you think we got on our hands?
An old beat up car that acts the way it wants to act.
I call her the fucking whore. She's a bitch. I'm not gonna monetize on that video. Who gives a fuck? She's running great now, so let's go ahead and give her a start. This fucking bitch. Yeah. It could be possible that since I put that fuel treatment in, it finally got in, and I don't know. Let's see what it does. Smooth like a baby's fucking ass. I don't think that sounds right, but. And she's cold right now. She's at about 100. It's running much better. So we'll keep track of it. We're gonna keep track of it, see if it changes or not, and then we'll go from there. So this concludes our video for today, and we'll see you on the next one. Let's see what it does. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it keeps running good. Thank you for tuning in, for watching another episode, and please subscribe. All right, peace. All right, so we got a last minute update. It's been a couple hours during the day, and I've driven it a couple times. Right now, it's, look at this. It's running amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow. This is the results of a little bit of maintenance work, some diagnostics, and just taking time with the car and trial and error. That's all these cars are. You know, we don't have an OBD2 reader. We don't have none of that stuff. So it's all as we go. So all right, we're good now. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.